Josefina, you have done your master's at Stockholm Resilience Center, and today you are quite a successful social entrepreneur with an original business idea. Tell us about it.
I have a company called Be Urban with my colleague Carolina Lissler, and we put beehives on the rooftops of Stockholm.
Now, why is it important in an urban environment, in a city like Stockholm, to have bees and to have beehives around in different places?
Well, if we want a sustainable greenery with rich biodiversity in the city as well, we need bees to pollinate if we want the species to survive and be able to reproduce. And also we think that we will probably need to grow some of our own food in the future near the city centre. So if we want food, then we need the bees to pollinate. Also, there's a learning aspect to it. We believe that people now are getting more and more separated from nature. It all moves in cycles, really, how we interact with nature. And now we're at a point where we don't really know where our food comes from. We don't see the production lines, and we don't see the ecosystem services that we're actually really dependent upon. So we thought by bringing nature back into the city, it'll be easier for people to relate and then hopefully care more about them.
And these beehives that you rent out, can anyone rent them? Who do you target?
Yeah, anyone can, but it costs a little. So it's mostly building companies and larger companies like H&M and.
And how do you maintain these beehives? I mean, surely someone are a bit skeptical to have bees around in their courtyard or on the roof. How do you help sustain and maintain these beehives?
Well, what we do when we start the cooperation with a company is that we have a lecture for the employees. And we tell them about bees and their importance and the difference between bees and wasps, for example, which is huge. The bees don't really interact with people, which wasps do because they're interested in our food and whatever. They're predators. Bees are not. So that helps a lot of people to sort of get over that initial freaking out phase. But also, yeah, it's mainly telling people about it and their importance. And we've never found when we left a lecture that anyone's been skeptical or angry or scared. Really, it works out. I mean, the most fear is about not knowing actually.
So when you go around and promote your business, really, is there a general enthusiasm about this idea?
Well, now we were a bit ahead of our time. So in the beginning, people said that's the sickest thing I've ever heard, and so we started sort of uphill. But now, with the media coverage and us being in the media quite a bit as well, it's starting to get better. It's easier now.
We're in Sweden. We're in Stockholm. Is there a similar concept, a similar business elsewhere in the world?
Bees in the city is common, and it's not new here in Stockholm either. We've had bees here for a long time. But making it into our business model is unique for the whole world, we think, as far as we've heard. Yeah.